Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. What a glorious day this is. I gave you guys video number 1 earlier on where we spoke about the absolute demolition of Selhurst Park, where the bad boys of Thornton Heath came out and wrecked, sliced up, slashed, diced, cut up, whatever you want to call it, Manchester United into all sorts of pieces and then fried them at a chicken shop at Selhurst Park, just like, you know, South London's basically known for, I would know. But video number 1 is up here, if you didn't catch it earlier on, where I go into detail as to how now it is possible for Chelsea to get into 6th and a possible Europa League spot. So, go and check that out. That's where we were feeling all lovely jubbly. Things were feeling rosy. Things were nice. And now tonight, Champions League semi-final. The first semi-final has just wrapped up. We're going to get into Chelsea news and news elsewhere in order to complete this video. But we're going to start off with what we've just witnessed. As I'm seeing right now, PSG have been knocked out again of the Champions League. As usual. This is what it is. It's what it is. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. People, honestly, I honestly think people need to realise PSG will not win the Champions League. They just won't. I understand the obsession. I understand that their owner is basically ripping his hair out at the moment. He's probably going, oh my God, this club needs to win the Champions League. I understand the obsession, but they won't. And you want to know why? They will not win the Champions League. Firstly, because of the way that they've conducted their business, the way that they've built their team. It's been done in a way not to build a football team, but to build a load of stars. That's problem number 1. And that might be something that they might fix in the near future. But the ultimate factor is they don't have the level, and they will never have the level. Respectfully, and I say this respectfully, there's a reason why there's only been one French Champions League winner ever, and that's Marseille in the early 90s, 91 if I'm not mistaken, when they won the Champions League. That's it. That's it. PSG have reached the final, right? Under TT, of course. Mr. Audi TT, of course, he drives them to the Champions League final. Of course he would. But the level that the league in France is offering a team like PSG means they can't push themselves, no matter what. Unlike teams in Germany, they've got a Bayern Munich to deal with. They've got teams like Bayer Leverkusen popping up. Teams in Spain, we don't even need to discuss. Teams in England, we don't even need to discuss. Now, it doesn't mean those teams are going to win it every single year. But the level that PSG are exposed to throughout an entire season, for me, prevents them from going all the way in Europe. Because no matter what, to win this competition, you have to beat the best. You have to. You're going to get to a point where you're face-to-face with the best. And PSG will never have that finishing ingredient to get it over the line. They just won't. No matter how much money you throw at it, it's not that. The French league needs to up its level in order for the levels to increase and for these teams to stand a chance. But PSG, look, couldn't have happened to a nicer club. Can I just say as well, though, Borussia Dortmund, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my goodness, Borussia Dortmund. What was that? What was, not just tonight, the entire semi-final. Both legs, without question, both legs, absolutely immense. In every sense of the word. Immense, absolutely immense. I find it incredible the way that they move the ball, the way that they conduct themselves, how rigid they are, how organized they are, how solid they are defensively, how flamboyant and how well constructed they are offensively. Their spirit, their never say die, they've got the whole package. They've got the whole package. It's a pleasure watching Dortmund. It actually is, in every way. Not just, when people hear that, they think, oh, they're playing tiki-taka Barca style football. It's not that. They're perfect in every sense, even the dirty side of the game. The way that they're stuck in, the way that they cover spaces, the way that they block avenues, the way that they man mark, the way they get stuck in, the way they win the ball, everything on a defensive aspect and everything on an offensive aspect. They're brave, they take risks, they know when to go, they know when to stay patient. Their manager has them ticking every box. So I have to be honest, over the last couple of legs that we've seen, right? And previous to that, the quarterfinal and whatnot, but this semi-final and what they've done, I really, really, really want to ask questions about Edin Terzic. Or Edin Terzic, however you're going to pronounce it, right? I know he's Croatian originally, but he's born and bred German. So I don't know if it's Terzic, as you would pronounce Croatian names, or is it Terzic? I think it's Terzic. But anyway, the Borussia Dortmund gaffer, right? Big question marks about this geezer. Because clearly he knows how to construct a team. And if you look at his history, he came through the ranks at Borussia Dortmund whilst he was doing this coaching. He was assistant coach. He was doing his badges. He got his UEFA Pro license. He was assistant coach at all levels. Then he took the under-16 team. And then he went out and became the assistant at Besiktas, at West Ham. And then back to Dortmund. And then when the job became available, they gave it to him. He basically went through all the possible ranks that you could go through to get to this point. And what a job he's done with this Borussia Dortmund team. I am honestly going to keep my eye on this one. I like and I love the way that Borussia Dortmund play. One key example that we can all identify with here. Look at Ian Maatsen. Look at the way this guy is playing. What a clinic he put in. And not just him. Not just him. Man United fans will say the same about Sancho, except Sancho is technically still on contract for Manchester United, so he can come back. Ian Maatsen, we could if we wanted to, but we won't because it's pure profit. But you get the gist. What a clinic from Ian Maatsen, though. And what a clinic from all of their players. I mean, their entire front line. Their striker, Fulkrug. I mean, we saw the goal he scored in the first leg, right? But he's so present. As a centre forward, he's so present. He's causing all sorts of havoc. That's really good to see. On the left-hand side, Adeyemi. I don't know about you, but I look at Adeyemi, I love the way he plays. And you know what? He's a left-sided winger. We're going to talk about Esteval, Willian and all of that and the right-sided wingers that we are flipping linked with. We are linked with every single right-sided winger you could ask for on this face of the earth, right? But left-sided, not a bleep. Well, I've got a suggestion. Can we please go for an Adeyemi? I love the way he plays. I don't know about you, I just love the way he plays. Adeyemi looks like such a baller. He just looks like such a baller. So composed, got good skill, he's direct, he's strong. He's intelligent. His intelligence is is the key here. He just looks like he knows what he's doing. So honestly, overall, fantastic. But their defense, Hummels, Ryanson, Schlotterberg, the entire setup defensively was superb. The organisation was superb. The tactics were superb. Borussia Dortmund, you've done yourselves proud. And I think you've done many people proud. And they absolutely deserve to be in the Champions League final. And I won't write them off. I won't write them off. You'd think Madrid or Bayern Munich will beat them. Can I just say, I would love if Bayern Munich got to this final now. Can we have an all-German final at Wembley? I think that's just poetic. And I say this as an English person as well. That would just be hilarious. I don't know about you, but I personally would love to see Thomas Tuchel lift it. However, to see an all-German final and even Borussia Dortmund, even if they were to win it, I think they absolutely deserve it. So, shout out to Dortmund and let's see what happens in tomorrow's semi-final. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let's get cracking with the news to wrap up, obviously, the rest of this video. Let's start off with Chelsea Player of the Year. It's cold. Here it is. Chelsea 23-24 Player of the Year, Cole Palmer. And there he is with his award. Absolutely deserved. Cole Palmer, absolutely deserved. Huge congratulations to Cole Palmer. Without a doubt, Player of the Year. He got voted Player of the Year by the fans. And he's also the Players' Player of the Year. He is, I think, the third player to have done that. If I'm not mistaken, or the fourth. But I think there's 2 or 3 previous, Eden Hazard being one of them, that have got the Men's Player of the Year and also Players' Player of the Year. So voted for by the fans and voted for by the players at the same time. Cole Palmer joins that bracket, and it's without question. There's no one else that can possibly be put in the same bracket as what Cole Palmer has done for Chelsea this season. So absolutely deserved, Cole Palmer. Huge congratulations. Lauren James was voted Women's Player of the Year. Absolutely deserved as well. She has killed it on all sorts of levels. Alfie Gilchrist was given Academy Player of the Year, and he absolutely deserves it too. He's been promoted to the first team numerous times this season, been playing in the first team, and he's been the guy to make it through this season from the Academy, and he's been absolute clinic. So Alfie Gilchrist 100% deserves to be Academy Player of the Year. So that's that. Now, let's get to some transfer links, right? Before we come towards the end of this video, where we've got some things from elsewhere to discuss, and I think you're going to like it. It's hilarious. Let's talk about this guy. Chelsea are in talks for Esteval and are confident of completing a deal. Also goes on to say Palmeiras are prepared to accept £25 million plus a variable of performance-based add-ons. This is from The Athletic. 25 million... I gotta be honest, right? Not a bad deal. We heard that 50 million was the asking price and all of this, and we want to try and bring that down. And if it's 25 million, right, and then there's performance-based add-ons that come later, then that makes sense. Because the whole point of this deal was because we missed out on Endrick. And we didn't want to pay 60 million because we didn't want to inflate the market. What a bunch of coconuts we are. But because we've missed out on him, we got FOMO and we're looking for the next best guy that's coming through. So we found this geezer who plays, funnily enough, Palmeiras, same team, just like Endrick, same pathway, just like Endrick. So we don't want to miss out on this one now. Now, I got to be honest. I've seen him play briefly. I'm not going to come on here and lie and tell you guys, oh, look, I've seen him numerous times. He's an absolute superstar. Like, I'm not going to do that. I've seen him play sometimes, right? I'm not going to hype him up in the same way many people are doing so because there isn't enough to show as far as I'm concerned, which is why I'm looking 25 million. Yeah, might be worth it, 25. But to pay 50 or something like that straight away, nah. Esteval Willian has only played a handful, I stress, a handful of senior games for Palmeiras. For Palmeiras, we're talking here. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's played 14 times at senior level. 14? That's it. And all of a sudden, we're hyping him up like he's the next Neymar. Like, what are we doing? I refuse. I won't say he's rubbish. He looks good. But I'm not going to come on here and tell you he's going to be a wonder kid. I'm not going to do that. And I think anyone that does that is going to damage him. I feel like the hype that he has received so far, without even playing more than a handful of games, is going to damage him. Stop it. People need to calm down. Even if he looks good now, there's no say that he comes into Chelsea and explodes. Maybe the level's too big for him. Maybe he can't cope. You never know. Let him play it out. I say the same for Kendry Páez. Although I have to be honest, Kendry Páez is a lot more established. You see, Kendry Páez has played at senior level for quite some time, is playing at international level already, is already making moves for his country at his age. That's something that you can maybe raise an eyebrow and go, whoa, okay. This brother has just started. Let him breathe. Please, let him breathe. The only reason why we're hyping him up is because we missed out on Endrick. That is it. I can guarantee if Endrick didn't exist and we were looking at this kid, right, people would be like, maybe he's a decent kid, right? But we are hyping him up because we want to deep down make up for us missing out on Endrick. That's the main reason. We need to stop. We missed out on Endrick. We didn't want to inflate the market. Cool, that's gone. We can't do anything about that now. This kid has not played even the same amount of games as Endrick has and hasn't shown exactly what Endrick has at this point yet. Let him play. If we were to get this deal done, it does mean that he will end up coming in 2025, as illustrated here. Chelsea are confident of completing the transfer of 17-year-old winger, Palmeiras winger, Esteval Willian, who will move to the club after turning 18 in April 2025. So we'll keep eyes on him until 2025, until next season, right? And we'll see. Let him play. And then we'll see exactly what we're going to do then. But for his sake, I feel like we need to calm down. That's just what I wanted to say. Other news, Thiago Silva, he's going home. Check this out. Thiago Silva, Fluminense until June 2026. He's back home 15 years after leaving to join AC Milan, then PSG and Chelsea. Thiago returns where his fantastic journey started in 1998. And there he is with his whole family in the Fluminense tops. And it's understandable. He is a Fluminense boy. And his entire family are Brazilian Fluminense family, I'm pretty sure. So it's completely understandable. That's their roots. Big up to them. But I like what Fluminense have done. Check this out. He always played for your badge as a true blue legend. Thanks for all the love you gave for our champion, Chelsea FC, pride of London. Now it's time to come back home. Rio awaits you, Thiago. O monstro do Fluminense. So, that is class. I have to say, that is an absolute class message from Fluminense. Big up to you, Fluminense. Please look after him. We're going to miss him. Look after him. I'm sure you will. He's one of your own. He became one of us, but he's deep in the blood. He's one of you. But we've made his blood blue a little bit. Not a little bit, actually a lot. If you open up his veins, it's blue. You're going to have a lot of work to do to change it to green and red. So, big up to Fluminense. And I wish him the best of luck. And I wish Fluminense the best of luck. And I hope they have a fantastic time in order to wrap up his career, because that will be where he retires. So, I hope it ends in the best way possible for him and for Fluminense. Good luck, Thiago. We're gonna miss you. Now, that's Thiago Silva. Let's talk about some of the players that we have coming back, shall we? Here's the latest. Hakim Ziyech's move to Galatasaray will become permanent. So, Ziyech is on his way out. Not just that, though. There's more. Kepa Arrizabalaga will return to Chelsea, but Chelsea will try to make some profit with him, and he will be made available for transfer this summer. We better. we better. Listen. I've just found the team. It's just switched in my brain. I've just had a light bulb moment. Man United, do you need a goalkeeper? Oh man, listen, 45 million, please. Right, 45. Send it our way. Go on. You know you want to. I'm only saying 45 because we don't really have much of a case. We can't honestly say we're expecting 60 million for Kepa now, can we? Let's be honest. So let's see who's gonna be the suitors out there to try and come in for Kepa. I'm looking forward to seeing what the bids are gonna be. More. Armando Broja is set to leave Chelsea this summer. Several clubs in Europa and England are already interested. This has been handled really badly, can I just say. We're not going to get a penny for this guy. We sent him on loan. I think we made 4 million because he didn't play enough games, right? As expected. Brilliant. We've destroyed him. And now we're looking to sell him without any sort of, evidence to show that he's going to do well. That is the Armando Broja transfer saga is an exact example of how not to get rid of a player. If you need, transfer 101, how to not get rid of a player, so show them the way that we've dealt with Armando Broja. An absolute catastrophe. But we'll see what happens. Any suitors out there? If I'm being honest, I probably reckon a championship team will try and come in for him. Maybe a lower tiered Premier League team. I feel maybe one of the promoted teams might ask for him. Ipswich perhaps might come in for him. Who's going to win the playoffs? We'll see. Leicester? Maybe not even Leicester. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Very interesting. I think we've handled it terribly, and I don't think we're going to get much money for him. We'll be lucky to get 5 million. We'll be lucky. So, it is what it is. Now, talking about it is what it is, yesterday, I mentioned that Erik TENHOG was a target for Bayern Munich. Well, in the same sort of pace that Didier Drogba all those years ago, got malaria and then all of a sudden recovered from malaria, this is the latest on Erik TENHOG. Erik TENHOG is no longer a candidate to become the new head coach of Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich saw the game last night and went, no. Listen, Bayern Munich, have had all these managers that have rejected them, and they've gone, no. We've got to reject this one, guys. We're not taking him. I'm sorry. Have you seen this? Bayern Munich offices, I guarantee someone was out there going, I know, lads, United are getting killed 4-0 at Palace. Come and watch it. Look, the English Bayern Munich are killing them. Look at this, 4-0, right? Oh, TENHOG, no. Get on the phone. Cancel the deals. We don't want him. The club that got refused by Ragnick, Alonso, Lopetegui, Tuchel doesn't want to entertain possibly staying. All of this, Nagelsmann said no. This club is now going, no, we don't want you, mate. TENHOG, you're in the mud. You're in the mud. Who's going to take TENHOG? Well, I don't think it's going to stop Man United from sacking him, though. Now, the news from Matt Law earlier on today was that TENHOG is going to survive the FA Cup final, and United won't sack him before the FA Cup final, which is understandable, but it's not something I would do. I'd get rid of him ASAP. I want to give myself a chance to win the FA Cup final, because trust me, the way that it is right now, United have no chance in the FA Cup final. But I'll take that. Listen, for Chelsea, we need United to not win the FA Cup final. Yeah? To get Europa League, we need United to lose that final. So I hope it happens. Now, in terms of what could happen next season, this is where we're going to end the video on a giggle. Enjoy. Man United have made Gareth Southgate their top manager target. United bosses are convinced he's the right man needed for the overhaul. That's come from Santiago in France. I love this game. As Patrice Evra rightfully says, I love this game. If this is legit, please, United, by all means, do what you want. If you're going to keep Ten Hag or you're going to get Southgate, I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, I think this is a horrible move. For Manchester United, I think this is a disaster. Southgate, are we being serious? The guy barely, well, I say barely, to be fair, he got us to a semi-final and a final, but with that team, you'd think we'd get over the line pretty straightforward, and we still haven't. You try and bring into the pressures of club football now, and we already know he's a yes man. Good luck. Good luck, United. With that brand of football too, United are not going to accept that. But anyway, it's not my problem. We'll see what happens. Let me know. Who do you think is better suited for Manchester United? Ten Hag or Gareth Southgate? Or none? Maybe we can just start talking about waffles instead. I don't know. Let me know your views in the comment section below. Much appreciated. I will catch all of you tomorrow for a couple, maybe. Maybe one, maybe two. Actually, I reckon two, because tomorrow we've got the other semi-final. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. Come on, Mr. Audi TT. We'll see what happens, but I will be here to let you guys know, and I'm sure I'll give you a video earlier on in the day too, so be here for all that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell. Check out the socials that were on screen and in the description for you, and I'll catch all of you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. See you lot then. Take care, and peace.